This chart shows the personal savings rate nationwide. The gray bars represent economic recessions. The national personal savings rate dipped to a decade low at 3.5% in August 2022. Today's saving rate plummeted by necessity. Households had to spend to keep up with the accelerating consumer prices, which rose at the steepest pace since 1980. For perspective, savings soared to 34% of disposable income in mid-2020 due to fiscal stimulus. But those high saving rates were soon spent, gone, on living costs and had no long-term bearing on the housing market. Looking ahead to 2023, residents will continue to draw down savings to cover expenses and face job losses during the 2023 recession. California's home prices are now well past the economic tipping point as the decline in property prices accelerates. Worse, today's low savings rates and faltering jobs market will leave many households unprepared to face the economic storm to come. This chart shows the number of jobs held by Californians. The gray bars represent periods of economic recession. California has about 729,000 more jobs than a year ago as of September 2022. However, the pace of job growth has slowed significantly. Jobs are now about 97,000, or 0.5%, below the recent December 2019 peak. Before California can reach a full jobs recovery from the pandemic recession, another more significant economic recession now tightens its grip on the jobs and housing markets. This undeclared recession will most certainly cause job losses by mid-2023. Now, home sales volume and prices have only just begun their dive, fast enough to give recent buyers whiplash and remorse as prices tumble from their May 2022 peak. When job losses pile on top of reduced home prices, recent homebuyers will be caught between their negative equity status and foreclosure. This chart shows the average interest rate on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage, FRM. Mortgage interest rates pushed higher in November 2022, with the 30-year FRM rate topping 7%. The current upward trend in mortgage rates began in 2013, pivoting after declining for 30 years to now rising for some 30 years. The historical interest rate cycle was briefly interrupted by monetary policy during the pandemic, but has resumed its upward march. By the time the pandemic set in, the average 30-year FRM rate had risen to almost 4%. Therefore, today's FRM rise to 7% cuts further into a buyer's purchasing power, which axiomatically controls property pricing. Watch for mortgage homes purchased in the past 3+ years to slip underwater in 2023 through 2025, dragged down by the weight of excessive pricing, faltering jobs, low savings to carry payments, tightened credit, and restrained buyers. In a word, recession.